Hello everyone, so my name is Peter from Canadians and MCH Travel, and today we are again here with Ezequiel from Sprott Shaw College in Vancouver, right? And last time we filmed a video about kind of like a general overview of Sprott Shaw College. We talked about the history and the programs, and then we decided to create a series of videos and where we're gonna talk about like each faculties and different programs.
Correct.
There are more than 100 programs. I'm not sure if you're gonna cover all 100 of them, but
we will have to.
We'll start and we'll see how it goes. So today we're gonna talk about business faculty.
That is correct.
Some of those programs. So
yes,
let's do that.
All right. So well, as Peter said, thank you very much to the audience of Canadians and MCH. And well, as we talked in the previous video, well, Sprott Shaw College since 1903, more than 100 programs. And today we're going to speak or get a little bit more into the business faculty, right? Where we do have approximately 5 to 8 programs that are very popular to the international students. And particularly, I would like to address the benefits of studying in the study and work programs that we have available for you. That being said, I would just like to focus in 3 particular programs right now, which will be Business Administration Management with Co-op, Business Administration, Sales and Digital Marketing with Co-op, and Tourism Hospitality Management with Co-op, right? Number 1, what does Co-op means? This is paid practicum. So that means that half or almost half of the component of your program means that you have to do a practicum in order to graduate, right? So for international students, this is key. And again, I can just step back a little bit and say that you can come and do these programs without a co-op, which is good. And many people are looking for that because they just want to go fast-paced for their education. They want to go back to their home country, in this case, Czech Republic, let's say. But many other people want to have a Canadian experience, right? So for those, it's good to come and take your academic education, have 55% of the program, and the remaining will be your co-op, your paid practicum. So how it works is that the school, Sprott Shaw College, will be responsible of helping those students to find their practicum. We have a coordinator that works, and her focus, her focus is to interview the students, help them to address all their concerns, how to build a resume in a Canadian mindset.
It's different than in other countries, right?
It's very different. And at the end of the day, well, Canada, land of immigrants. So everybody comes with variations of resumes from all across the world.
You have to compete.
So yeah, there is this mold of the Canadian way of doing a resume, a cover letter, that many countries don't use that, which is kind of a letter of intent on what and where you want to work and why. So anyhow, this person will help the students to build their resume, their cover letter, how to address their interest to work in this or that field, industry, when they are with the interviewer. And also we receive feedback from the employers. So Sprott Shaw will help them to get those interviews in with different employers, depending on what they're studying. And we will help to well, give them feedback or coaching in case that they didn't land the job. So we speak to the students again and say, well, okay, you need to adjust this from your resume. Maybe you even have to speak out louder, because sometimes, well, if you're going for a customer service position, if you're going to work in retail, if you're going to work in hospitality, and you come across a little shy to the employer, well, that will be a little bit of a red flag. So all of these little details with the purpose of getting success stories, right, of our graduates. And again, this kind of programs study and work, and as an overall become your program of your credential, your Canadian credential, talks of a very strong build of you as an international student, and perhaps a potential person that will navigate and try to land a job in Canada, in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect. Mm-hmm. So let's start with which program you want to start with? The business management?
Well, yeah, because I will think that the business administration management will be the most complete of the programs. Yes. Again, you can choose to do it with or without the work component. I recommend the work component definitely, which is a co-op. So basically how it runs is that it's 55% of the program will be the academic portion and the remaining will be your working experience, right? So the academic side will be almost a year and the second part will be the other year. So we typically, just to round it very simply to explain to the audience, will be 1 + 1. 1 year of school, 1 year of practicum, paid practicum, right?
Yes.
And I mentioned this because by law, practicum has to be paid. Therefore, it's a co-op, right? So you're going to be a full-time student while you are in your first year. Also, part of the regulations for international students will be that they are able to work up to 20 hours a week. So you come to school in a full-time basis. And the other time of your day, of course, is to do all your research and your educational duties. But you do have time spare time to take advantage of Vancouver, beautiful British Columbia, and do a lot of tourism or go on your weekend to the Rockies.
Yes.
Or why not? Or the ski season is approaching. But if not, you can also find a job, 20 hours a week, so that you can help yourself and also start like developing yourself and understanding how the
get some experience and get into the market and
how it works.
Start, maybe looking for a job in your industry, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting some experience and
exactly, absolutely. And then the second part is where you complete your academic, and then it's time to do your practicum. It's time to do your co-op, and this is where we go back to what I said before. You have these interviews with our coordinator to help you find your practicum, your co-op. We help you to go to different interviews, up to 3. Students typically by the first, maybe second, they land the job, but let's say 1, 2, 3 times of coming and going, feedback and why not. And then that year will be where you do your practicum with the purpose that you get this job experience, work experience in whatever the industry, business, hospitality. Of course, this practicum will be related to what you're studying. So if you're studying business, you're studying hospitality. Well, if you're studying business, maybe in an accountant office, perhaps. If you're studying hospitality, maybe in a hotel, right, in the casino, something like that. If you are studying international trade, maybe in the customs or right. So it all depends what you're studying. It would not happen that you're studying business and then we send you to a restaurant, unless you're going to do the numbers, right? Like the payables.
No, but this is a great way to. Because if you're gonna study business, I think it's probably a field you are interested in, and you are able to get some education in that field and also the work experience.
Right.
And I would say you can get into that industry in Canada pretty quickly than just coming maybe on a work holiday visa to get a job like that. So through the school, you're actually able to maybe continue in the industry you used to work at back home in your country.
Right. Well, it's very popular, sir. Again, some countries more than others, but are very geared towards the, let's say, hospitality, right? Many people likes to come to go abroad on a working holiday visa and spend a gap year to come back to wherever you are from. And just have this experience. But 99 of the times, and correct me if I'm wrong, but people that comes to Canada just decide that they don't want to go back home. So that's right. Kind of the Vancouver spell. Like people come and they are like, I just don't want to go. And a lot of people that are fully convinced that they will just do it for a year and go back, they're here. And I raised a hand to that because my plan was a year and it's been 10 years. So then what happens, these kind of programs we have are very well structured. Again, repeating myself, to your opportunity to study and work, and then your opportunity to work in your practicum will be full-time work experience. But then again, as an overall, this will be transferable to higher education. So again, if you are like after studying here and you're like, well, I kind of feel that Vancouver is for me, and I see myself developing myself in this place, why not connect this to the next step? Maybe you're a high school graduate, so you come and do a diploma to then transfer to university. Maybe you are already a graduate, a university graduate, right? Okay, you do a diploma that will transfer to a master's, right? So there is a lot of opportunities.
It gives you a lot of options,
oh,
right? Because maybe you're thinking only coming for a year or two, but then if you decide actually you want to stay, then studying at Sprott Shaw gives you these options to either, I think, find a good job, which you might get, you know, that different visa through that, or continue your studies at a public college or at a university, because like you work with those schools.
Actually, it's very important what you're saying, because of the reputation and the years of practice that Sprott Shaw has in the province, in the city, again since 1903. Well, we've been selected for many of the most important public and private institutions of higher education to be their choice to have these pathways structured. So Sprott Shaw can easily be your first layer or the first step to have an education, a Canadian education, right? Where, as you mentioned, then you go to a different, like higher education, which will help you as an overall to extend your time in Canada. Why not? Because you still are not sure if you want to continue here or not. Your experience, your Canadian experience, where if you want to go back to your country, great. You'll go back with a very complete Canadian experience in regards education and work, which we all understand that being in many countries and saying that you spend 1, 2, 3 years studying in Canada, working in Canada, improving your English skills will help you to go back home, and definitely you will be on the top list for any job, right? And if you want to continue in Canada, this structure will help you to extend a little bit of time the right way, improving your education, and also, why not becoming more attractive for the employers? And who knows, maybe you will land a job in Canada.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the programs we've talked about, what would be the career opportunities in Canada after you finish this program, or like during your co-op?
Right. Well, as I was saying, having our academic portfolio structure in different faculties, focusing today in the business faculty and the different programs that we have. As I mentioned, I list business administration management, business administration, sales and digital marketing, hospitality management, tourism hospitality management, global business management, etc., etc. So all of these, it's a variation of the business industry, right? That will also help our graduates to land in a very broad scope of the industry. So job opportunities will go from working in an accountant firm, maybe in a law firm, maybe in a marketing department, maybe in the import-export office department, because some of the programs are focused in the marketing, right? So that will be geared to the people that want to develop their job in the marketing industry. Some people want to know about import-export, and they want to work in customs and where you get like credentials like FITT when you're studying international trade, which this is a certification to do import-export North America. Maybe you want to be in an accountant firm, so okay, we have payroll, we have finances programs. And again, if maybe you want to go hospitality, well, there you go. So all of these opportunities are available through the business faculty in Sprott Shaw College. And also very important is that we have to take into consideration the reality of Vancouver, which is a hospitality tourism hub in North America.
That's right.
One of the major ports in North America, other than Seattle and San Francisco. So if you want to work in the port, import-export, there's a lot of jobs, right? If you want to work in hospitality, well, one of the most important places to come on holidays, and the ski resorts in the summer, we have the Rockies, etc. So there's a lot of jobs as well. Also think of how Vancouver is being called Hollywood North.
That's right.
Right? Which for your audience back in Europe, maybe you're watching movies like, okay, let's talk about this one in particular because the first one that came to my mind, the X-Men. Everybody knows X-Men, yes, right? It's very popular. It's a huge franchise. Well, the Xavier's home, or where they live, the professors Xavier's home and school, it's here in Vancouver Island. So a lot of movies are shoot here in Vancouver. So for all these people that want to work in that industry, there's also a lot of jobs. So, and again, if there's a lot of hospitality or tourism here, well, it opens a lot of options for many industries. And in my case in particular, well, I have from back home, my major in advertising. So I wanted to be in this industry. So I came to Sprott Shaw and studied marketing. So it was complementary to my background. And I decided to do my practicum here in the marketing department of Sprott Shaw. I'm talking of 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And today, well, I'm doing this, right? So my line of job, it's in the marketing industry. Here I am, I see it. International students, it's a massive also industry in Vancouver.
Okay, I think this was amazing about the business faculty.
Right.
And we could talk about, for hours about each
Definitely.
program, but we want to keep it kind of like short and practical.
Right.
But yeah, if you have any questions regarding the faculty or each program, just definitely message me or email me.
Right.
And yeah, you can check the Sprott Shaw website for more information, or check out more videos, or as I said, our website as well, canadians.cz. And we'll see you at the next video.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, Canadians audience and MCH.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure to work with you guys. Yes, you can check our website at www.sprottshaw.com. And for further information, just talk to this guy. He's very well qualified to help you with all your questions, and then why not? We can all have a more interactive conversation if you're interested to come.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.